What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Trying to get my stuff set up real quick. Just trying to get everything set up. Let's see. I don't really have everything set up correctly. I'm expecting a super slow morning. That shit froze. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that we just get like a nice slow grinding. Maybe we can find like a. All right, what am I missing here? Shit, my stuff's freezing up. I think this morning, if I was looking for a longer short, I really like us to get below that 285. We kind of been flirting with that area. That would kind of get us below, or even possibly the 90s here, where we print below the 90. You can see we've been wicking below it, but we haven't been printing above it or below it. Kind of show you what I'm looking at here. So this is kind of what we were looking at as far as the where we like to see it get below the London. What am I missing here? My chat. Uh, what's up, Clarity? Don't really expect a lot this morning. I think it's probably going to just be a super grindy. So far, it looks like the starting from the Asia, they were kind of just stuck in the same area all night long. Let me see. There you go. See, you can kind of just see the Asia market looks like it had a what total 40, 37 point overall move back and forth. The London had what 30 down to about 40 also. So both markets had an average of a 40-point span. So don't really know what to expect today. I feel like if we can get below that 286, we may make a grind or even print below those London lows. We'll give it an hour and see what happens. If we don't get anything for the hour, we'll just. Oh, Methodical Man's probably still at home in bed. I haven't actually talked to Methodical Man this morning. Usually I talk to him like every morning, sometime between like 7 and 8. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm gonna do, Clarity. I don't expect a lot myself. I think if we do enter, it's going to be like a micro or two and just see if we can just maybe catch a runner and just watch it run. Yeah, I guess he doesn't get up early when he don't have to take the kids to school. Thank you guys for joining us on Thanksgiving morning. I don't really expect a lot out of the chart market this morning. We're just pretty much here to hang out for a little bit. We'll probably just stick around for an hour at the most. Unless it's just so choppy and grindy that I can't stand to watch it. And usually I'll spend a lot of times just watching charts. So hopefully everybody's having a nice quiet morning. It's a good morning to sit around, drink coffee, watch some movies, or watch YouTube or TikTok or whatever your preference of entertainment is. I probably sit around and stroll through TikTok mostly is what I do. Every now and then I don't watch like TV because I don't have cable TV. I had cable TV in a long time. You said there's an issue with your ticker crawler? Let's see. Hmm. Says no to detecting sound? Yeah. No, I'm not doing another giveaway until Monday. It's probably still in my what is it called? Streamlabs. I thought I took it out. No, I don't get a lot of accounts like Methodical Man to give away. I got 5 accounts to give away, and I already given 2 away. And I was gonna give away one next Monday, so I was just gonna do one a week. Some of the larger not prop firms, but larger streamers like medium sized to largers, they get a lot more accounts to give away. So probably most of the streamers on like Methodical Man side, like those size streamers, they probably get anywhere between 10 and 20 accounts to give away every month. So that's how some of these streamers give away so many free accounts. No, I don't think a Methodical Man said he's not streaming for the next 2 days. Um, I think he may have to do the what is it called, the My Funded Futures TV tomorrow for a little bit. I know. I think it's because he hasn't really missed any streams for a while. Even when he goes on vacation, he streams, so he's usually pretty consistent. All right, guys. We got 1 minute left before the market open. You guys ready for all this excitement of crazy movement? I don't I don't think I've ever taken a trade on Thanksgiving, so I don't even know what to expect out the market. So, cuz I know I usually don't watch it on like major holidays. Hopefully they come out with some really good deals tomorrow. The only prop firm that I want to come out with a good deal is Padeas. I wanted to get some of those like $8 accounts that they have sometimes. I wish I'd have did like Methodical Man because he bought like 5 of those. Let's see. Maybe if we get above this 15 minutes and just print, we just hold the long. I don't like the longs unless we get back above 318. So we still got about 4 minutes left on this candle. We'll wait for this candle to print and see if it just prints above the 15 minutes. And we may just jump in with 1 or 2 micros and see how long we can hold. It'd be nice if it'd just be one of these like slow grinding days. Maybe go all the way back up and take out the 40s or something. So 18 here is definitely kind of like a line in the sand for me. If we can definitely if we can print above the 18 and maybe hit a wick on a pullback, you can see we just hit that level there and kind of had a nice little pullback there. See what wick that hit off of. Okay, so that hit off this wick here. So about right there. But I'm definitely going to wait at least 5 minutes to this first 5-minute candle to print. Wouldn't mind seeing a print, then a pullback, kind of like a little retest of this area here. You're going to try 1 micro long. I'm going to just wait for the next candle clarity. If the next candle prints and it still stays kind of bullish, we'll jump in with you. All right, we got 1 minute 30 seconds left. Order blocks. That's usually like whenever you get like a big like bearish or bullish candle. Say if it's green and then you get like a small red one printed next to it. We can put order. It's easier to see like if you put them like on TradingView or something, you can kind of see them pretty well. Here, give me a minute. Let me get into this trade in a minute and I'll put it on TradingView, and it's easier to visually see it than it is to just explain it. All right, 30 seconds left. $20. Give me a minute and I'll show you Aaron or Becker. No pullback. Come on. Got a little baby wick on there. There it goes. There's the 50, kind of almost at the 50% of that candle, and at the, oh no, I got the wrong account selected, son of a bee. I jumped in that late. Really don't want this back below that 15 minutes if you can't help it. Kind of want to see this hold here. Or here to here. Oh, don't tell us it's going to get dumped on out the gate. I will hold on to this long all the way down to 86 with these two micros, because 86 is kind of like my line in the sand. Because that's going to be your New York PM low from yesterday. So I would assume that we would get a nice bounce off that area before we went through. So what we can do is just add into this and see if that I can get us back up into the easier to DCA back into this, because we're only in this for 2 micros at the moment. Did not anticipate the sell-off here of the 10 points. All right, let me pull up order blocks for you real quick. Order blocks. Here you go, Becker. So this is what I was saying about the one big like opposite candle. So this would be a big green candle, and then you would have a smaller candle than the opposite color where you start selling down. This is what considered an order block, and they come in all different sizes. A lot of people use them for support resistance, or they'll take trades off of them. Because most of the time, you'll at least get like one bounce out of an order block most of the time. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm probably only going to be here for an hour. We're only trading an eval today. What's up, Methodical Man? Good morning, Outer. Last year, I didn't trade last Thanksgiving. So you're thinking maybe we can stay within this London type Asia low. I'm looking for a bounce here at 86. I may have to add to my position. I thought we would at least get a push up once we broke that 15 minutes, but I guess that was a manipulation there. We'll have to work our way out of this one. Didn't quite get to that 86. Definitely didn't anticipate that, what, 20 points push here. So hopefully we're not on the wrong side today. We still could possibly get a push back up to the 305 area. Man, there's a lot of red in this area. There's like a lot of bears coming in here on the profile, but the, what is it? The point of control was back up at 305 still. Yeah, it's probably going to just be a slow, choppy day. PA, that's a big negative there, Methodical Man. This is eval only. Right now we're 60 bucks in the red, guys. $60 in the red. I don't know if I can add to this. The only thing that worries me, I'm not sure how much above the we'll get above that 305. I mean, I definitely feel like we could go back to 305 because that's your point of control. And there's a lot of buyers sitting in that 305 area. The only level I don't want to see us below is that 86. If we sell below 86, I'll definitely have to change my bias. I can't believe we got a fake 15-minute breakout this morning because that's pretty much what this was. We pushed above the 15 minutes. We printed above the 15 minutes right here and literally just went up like 3 points and just rejected all the way back down. So it's like, what a crazy fake out that was for the 15 minutes. Yeah, I think today is going to be like trading the overnight Asia market. For anybody that usually trades the Asia market, this is pretty much the type of price action we'll probably get today. Do we have a giveaway activated, Methodical Man? No. Doing pretty good. Oh, you flipped once it went past the 200. I'm going to wait and see what happens at the 305. I feel like we get a push up to 305 here. That's the point of control. And there's a lot of buyers sitting at that point of control. Almost wish I would have added down there at 85, that 86, 87 area. where I have the green line at, because that's the low of the New York PM session. Today I'm not really looking for longs or short. I took a long because I thought once we printed above that 15 minutes that we would just grind slowly up to the previous highs. But we're still just kind of trapped in this like 40-point range of the London session. So I'm hoping I'm in the middle of the range and maybe we can get a push up. I usually don't buy a lot of like the digital currency bush. I mean, I've bought digital currency, but usually when I buy it, I just buy it to hold and not think about anymore. Let me move my chats over so I can see them. I got them off to the side here. Yes, this is the MNQ. These are micros, so they're like $2 a point. I'm not going to consider changing my bias to short unless we get below 86. 86 would be my line for the shorts. We're just here for more entertainment purposes than really trading anything that matters. I don't expect anybody to be trading with me. We're just trading like 1-2 micros on a valuation account. It should just be a slow, kind of relaxing day, or morning at least, with the market. You shouldn't have to worry about any kind of crazy movement today. Yes, Derek, this is the NASDAQ, but it's M NASDAQ. It's micros. No, it's not moving at all. I swear, this is going to feel like we're in the Asian market. Yeah, this is definitely a holiday, Rick. So this is expected for this type of market because it's just the overseas market that's open. The U.S. market is closed. So this is the tail end of the London session. We may have to wait till the top of the hour and kind of see what this next candle does to see if we get any kind of movement. It's more or less more about streaming than it is really about trading today. Thank you, Ricky. You're up 45 today. Nice. This account overall, I'm up 1,000 on. So hopefully we can just kind of keep our losses under $100 max today. I'm not really anticipating no kind of real movement anytime soon. I'm pretty sure we probably won't get no kind of movement probably for at least 9 more minutes until we get a fresh 1 hour candle. So what, the market's been open for 22 minutes and I think we got a total of what 595, about 30 points. I'm not going to be a fan of the shorts unless we lose 86. Good morning, Christian. $86 is kind of my line in the sand. I thought we would get down there over last night. Every time I looked at the market, if I woke up or if I'm just up, I was looking, I was like, man, we still have not broke that 86 yet. All right, let's see if we get another push here at the 86. That wouldn't be a too bad of a trade. I can probably make up my losses if we get that kind of, if we lost that 86. Yeah. Right there. Big week there to bounce off of. Yes, Derek, this is the MNQ. These are just micros. Yeah, that's going to probably be my line in the sand before we have to cut it short and flip bias. Especially if we print below the 86. I was hoping we'd get one more push up to 205. Maybe I could take some of my contracts off, just be down to one contract. Let's see here. Maybe. Just need the buyers to come in a little bit and push it back up. See, point of control is still sitting at 305. Did you find any trades outer this week? Yeah, Grab. I got short at the top of that 15-minute breakout earlier. So right now I'm in the hole. So I'm red at the moment. As long as 86 holds, we'll hold the trade as long as we can. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to anticipate a dump unless we get below the 86. And we could have get a nice little bounce at the 82. There's a big wick sitting on top of the 80. If you kind of go to the left, you can see they have this big wick. They have this big wick. The only thing that really worries me about these slow days, most of the time, like on these slow grinding days, it could just be grinding down all day. When I took my long earlier, I thought maybe we would rerun some of these highs on these wicks, but we did not. And what we'll do is if we basically get below the 86, we'll just look for a different trade. And hopefully we'll have enough volume to push us down to just get our red back. All right, we got a minute and a half before the new 1 hour candle. I think this next 1 hour candle could probably give us kind of a which way we're going to go. Hopefully we'll get some kind of volume pop in here at the top of the hour. All right, less than 1 minute to go. And this is 5-minute charts, guys. Yeah, banks are closed today. That's why you're seeing this type of price action. If you guys are not from the US, it's a holiday here. All right, 30 seconds left. I wish YouTube allowed you to listen to music without getting some kind of monetization strike. I accidentally had a music too loud playing the other day when I was on YouTube, and they sent me like a notification saying that you're looking at short. Yeah, if I can get back up there around that entry, I'm just gonna go and take off 2 contracts here to get me out of my position mostly, and just leave 1 contract if it does push up. TikTok clarity. I usually do like a dual stream on TikTok where you can watch it in like phone version and wide version. That's the reason why I'm streaming today. It's so hard to gain traction during the week, during the morning time, because there's just so much other, so many other streamers in the morning, the New York session. The only way for me to like make traction is either trade late at night or get up early in the morning to do London, like a lot of the other YouTubers that you've seen come along. But it's so hard for me to wake up at 1:30 in the morning to talk about trading. It's because I live in Central Time, so the London opens at 2 for me. Then Asia market is kind of like watching this. And I've never really had that much luck trading slow markets. Just like this, I'm not having a lot of luck trading slow markets. I prefer the higher volatility markets where, you can, it's so much easier to pick out a zone or a destination, more likely where we're going to go compared to this grinding type price action. Yeah, most definitely, Christian. I'll be ready for Monday to come back around and get the better price action. A lot easier to visualize the movement than it is this type movement. I don't know. I'm in a long, so I hope we don't dump at least until we maybe run back up to 305. It's sitting at 305 still. So I'm not going to worry about like I said, I wouldn't even worry about a dump unless, like I said, we get below. Here you go. We'll mark. What I can bring that chart over here that we're looking at to the upside. So let's see. So if we lost the New York PM session from yesterday, more likely this will be our first target down. If you are, where's let me bring that over. So that is sitting at 81. So even if we lost the 86, you would probably hit the 81s and kind of reject to move back up. But if we lost those 81s, I mean, there's really not a lot down. What, 71 wick? We got past 71. Then, man, you could go all the way to 250s. And that is the ICT kill zones for anybody that, I guess, interested in using them. I've been going back and looking at, like, as far as I could go back on those and look at, like, overnight and see if I could figure out how to use those to trade overnight. What I've noticed on a lot of those, if you are, say, when the Asia market opens, if it breaks the New York session, like, overnight, most of the time it doesn't come back. It'll just continue up all night until the London session. But I haven't, been doing it long enough as far as overnights to feel comfortable taking it. Thank you guys for the likes. Hopefully everybody's having a good Thanksgiving. If you are, horrible price action today. Like, I would never recommend trading funded accounts in this unless you're just good at this type of price action. I'm not that great at trading slow price action. So the next 2 days, even starting yesterday, was going to be a evaluation only. So a lot of times I'll use my evaluations for practice, and that's basically what I do whenever I'm, that's why I tell you guys what I'm doing with it. I use it more or less for practice because the more chart time, the easier it gets. But sometimes you just got to push the button, even if it goes against you with these evals. Because I'm up, like I said, I'm up $1,000 in this eval, so we got plenty of profit to kind of play with, but I don't want to lose that much in profit. I think $100 is probably going to be my max today that we'll lose on this eval, and that'll knock us back down to about the 900. Hopefully, Black Friday and Cyber Monday, they'll have some really good sales going on as far as prop firms go. Me, I'm hoping for Padea's $8 accounts. That's what I want to see. The only thing about those, they're static accounts, so you only get $500 in drawdown. So if you're able to make more money, your drawdown gets bigger. The only struggles that I have with the Padeas is I struggle trading on Quantower, which I've mentioned this multiple times. I'm just not comfortable trading Quantower. Nothing wrong with Quantower. I think their charts look nice and clean. I'm not comfortable trading it. Ooh. I'm not liking all these lower highs. That means that we could be having a little break here to the downside here. You think when it chooses that direction, it's gonna be fast? Yeah, you're probably right about that. I thought we would get better movement at the hour. Oh, you took a buy at the bottom. That would have been a nice buy down there around that New York PM low. I wish I'd have waited. Like I said, I wasn't sure what we're going to get today, so I was anticipating a grind to the upside. If I can get up to 604, 605, if we get lucky enough to push back up there, we're probably going to take two of these contracts off. And this way, if it decides to move back down, I would only be in it for one micro. What's up, Sugar? How are you doing today? Thank you guys all for joining today on Thanksgiving. Hope you have a nice Thanksgiving plan today. Hopefully, you got a loving mother or mother in law or somebody that's cooking Thanksgiving for you. Or even the dads. I know most dads probably cook the turkey. They're doing the smoking turkey or the deep fried turkey. I think we just do the basic old, in the oven turkey. Omar, we are trading the NQ. And we're on micros on the NQ. Come on, 605. I mean, 305. 305 is the point of control. So this is why I think that we probably make it back to the point of control, but I'm not sure what's going to happen after we get back to point of control. Usually it can do anything back at that level. We'll bring over the point of control for you and show you what it looks like. I use it, let's see. It's a volume chart here. So what it is, You can see we got a lot of buyers here. It's about a 50-50. Most of the time what that is, it's about a 50-50. So it's half buyers, half sellers. So this is why you get the point of control. So this is why I wasn't sure what happened once we got up to the 605. I'm doing good, Aaron. I got myself in a long, so been kind of stuck in this short after we broke out of that 15-minute range up there. I thought that we would just keep grinding higher, at least to take out the previous highs, but man, we just dumped as soon as we got in. I even waited for the second 5-minute candle, and it did not hold up. As you can see, it just bonered down like 20 points. But luckily, we're just on micros. Yeah, this is more or less like a kind of a more or less like just about streaming than it really is about trading today. Just trying to get more streaming time in. Yeah, I took a long and it just dumped on me above the 15 minutes room. I might have got it backwards. If I did, sorry. Sounds good, Angel. Thank you for stopping by. Not on a slow movement like this. Oh, here comes the level, guys. Do we break it? I almost just want to take these damn things off for break even, and just that way, just stay in this for my one contract. So let's see if we can just get out of these two other contracts, and this way we'll just be in it for one. I don't know if we're going to break the 305. As you can see, this is where we're hitting at right now. Look, we just hit that 305 and reversed. Come on, buyers. The buyers are trying to step in. It's still about a 50-50 here. So you went short, Outer? Damn it. Come on. If I can just get out of my 3 contracts and just have 2, that'll make this stuff a lot easier because, it just literally wicked me. Damn it. One more push. Nothing worse than a nice little wick job there. One more push. Is yours a eval trade, Outer, or is that just a paper trade? You got the 286. Nice, Savage. I wish I'd have waited. Like I said, I thought we were just going to be slow grinding to the top side. I may take these 2 contracts off for a 2-point loss if we can't push. I don't really want it back above 300s. Back below 300s, we may even change our bias and just buy in for a short back below 300. Yeah, Outer over here in YouTube lobby, he was looking for a short at the 306. I thought we would at least get 307, but man, it missed my order by just like freaking ticks. let's see. I might buy. Come on, get me out of this. Come on. It hit the 300s. I know we don't have many pushes off that 300, so I'm hoping at least have one push to get us maybe clear out this wick. Then it can push down if it wants. And this way we can always just change our bias if it gets back below that 300. Right now we're in the red, 20 bucks. So our red is not very much at the moment. Dude, up 425? Heck yeah, big yank. That's insane. That's nice compared to what kind of price action we have. So I need to sell 2 contracts at 300s if we get back below this 300 here. This way we'll just be in it for 1 micro. Because I don't really want it to push all the way back down to here again. I was hoping that this wick right here would take us out. It looks like it wicked right into my order. It just didn't take my contracts. Still bouncing off the 300 level. And that's where that wick's sitting right there at the 300. Yeah, I'm hoping 300 at least give us a little 310 pop here. That would be a nice little thing there. Like I said, if we get back below 300s, what we can do is just kind of hit a sell and see if we can run back down to the bottom. Oh, the Bulls and Bears are battling it out here at this point of control. Oh, we just got stuck. Come on. Come on. 2.5 points is all I need for it to pop. Right now we're $27 in the red, $30 in the red. But overall, we're up 1,034 on the account. Oh, you can see it right there. I was trying to make it where you can see it. The white lines. Which one? Are you talking about the EMA lines, Savory? I usually use like 3 different EMAs, the 9, the 21, and the 50. Are we in 50% of the total move at the moment? We are. Damn it. Yeah, we're at the pretty much 50% of the total pullback at the moment of this first opening leg. So if it cannot break back above this leg, so definitely probably looking to the downside. And plus you got a nice little higher lows all the way up here. So definitely a nice little trend line kind of going here. Thank you guys for the follow and likes today. Thanks for joining us on Thanksgiving morning. Hopefully you guys have a nice holiday today if you celebrate Thanksgiving. If you don't celebrate it, enjoy your day off work, or, you know, if you're here in the U.S., mostly everybody's closed here in the U.S., so hopefully your business is closed down also. Oh, this thing's just toying with me. Come on. If this can get me out of the 2 contracts, then we'll just be stuck with 1 contract. So a lot more manageable. We can deal with the pullback if that happens. It makes it a little easier to get out of this position with 1 contract. Oh, man. It's so close. Damn it. That might have been the last push. So like I said, back below 300, we're just going to take the 2 contracts off because I don't want to sit down and I don't want it to go all the way back down in the red and be in the red like 70, 80 bucks like I was down here. It's not a big deal for me to take red as long as it's small and manageable. So that's usually how I trade a lot of times during the day. It doesn't bother me to take small losses because I'd rather take small losses and just reposition and then just look for the bigger move that could come up next or the next candle. It's kind of like yesterday. I took small losses yesterday, but at the end of the day before we got off, we got into a nice, like, even though the trade won 100 and something points, we still took 50 points of it, and it made us get a nice green day. Yeah, pretty much just watching today. We're we are trying to be in this for 1 micro if it can get my 2 contracts off, because I tried to DCA back into this a little bit so I can get a little bit better position. So right now we're in this for 3 micros. And I will just take some red here if it comes back and hits the 300 or so. We'll just get rid of the 2 micros and just have the 1. Or if it gets back below the 300, I guess we could always kind of flip our bias. There's some more buyers up there. Go say hello. Yay. Oh, and see, now we're in the green because we DCA'd a little bit. So now we're up 10 points on the good side, or 6 points on the good side. Oh. So it pretty much put us back at our DCA target from earlier, where we tried to DCA into this trade. Man, what a nice freaking trend line that we have building here on the 5 minutes, guys. So this will probably put us in a red like $20 or so if we I think right now it shows us $18 in the red, which would be okay by me because we were about $70 or $80 in the red a while ago when it sold back down to the 80s. So that's why I was saying like $100 is probably going to be my max today if it came down there to stop us out. Because I'm not going to be trying to over leverage or DCA back in on a slow grinding day. This is definitely not the day to do that. Either you pick the right direction or you don't pick the right direction. Just keep your losses small. And it's okay to take losses on a day like this. Just, keep them small. That is something that I've been trying to focus on more, just the small losses and then look for the big moves to get it back. If I had a feeling that we were going to push back down to those 80s again, I definitely would have waited to jump back in there off the 80s instead of jumping in at the top of this. Because how I got in this position earlier is like, here's my 15-minute breakout candle. So we had this big bullish green candle. Then we printed above the 15 minutes. I saw a little wick. It pushed up like 2 or 3 points, and then the bottom just fell out. Then we were caught in the trade then. There was no way of getting out of it. So that's how we got stuck in that short this morning. Let's see. 99. Outer, he's over here in our YouTube lobby. He took a short at 306. Long. Do I keep saying short instead of long room? Sorry. Yeah, I was trying to go long above the 15 minutes. What short's that one, Christian? Are you talking about from yesterday when the market started selling back off that short? Oh, you're also in a position right now, Gabe? Did you hear the one that said that you got in from the 86 while ago? Or 89? Says, yeah, man, from 250. 25, 250? All right, so our runner's probably going to get stopped out here. Or not runner, but our last contract. So at least we're able to get out of that without any like crazy damage. So we can live with this. 21 bucks. So that was the damage from that trade. Now we probably won't take another entry unless it gets prints back below that 86 level. What was your target, Outer? You said 80? I think Outer's looking for 80. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna move to break even. Nice. 286 is a good target, Outer. That's definitely a nice target because of that that PM low. Let me mark it out so I can see it. So guys, we've been open for 1 hour in the New York session, and we have moved a total of probably 40 points. So we tried the long this morning. So we finally got out of the long. We held it for a while. We did it with the minimum damage. Like I said, we're only $21 in the red at the moment, so not a big loss. If we don't get another trade today, not a big deal. I can walk away and live with a $20 red. That's like nothing. Oh yeah, 20 bucks. That's pretty easy to grab back during the normal New York session market. Now I'm just kind of like the rest of you guys. We're just watching. We have a one trader Outer over here that got short from 306, which was a really good short area. That's a good thing about slow days. A lot more of these targets will hold up. Like if you look for like the wick levels, they're definitely a lot. They hold up a lot better on your slower days than they do those high volatility days. A lot of times on those volatility days, some of those like levels you think would hold up would just get smashed and the market would just run right through them. Let's see. I'm looking at the chat, but I'm not watching a lot of times I don't even watch the like TikTok live thing. I just look at the chat. I don't usually look to see what people are in here. Because I usually do the same thing on my YouTube channel. Even if it's just one person in there, I'll still just stream to whoever's in there to watch and listen. We're also going to be doing a giveaway Monday for anybody that uses Apex. Because we're going to be trying to at least give away one Apex account a week. But I have to do it on my YouTube channel because that's the only way I know how to do it. Unless someone here can tell me how to do giveaways where it's random on TikTok. I don't know how to do that on TikTok. On YouTube, I use Streamlabs and everybody just enters and Streamlabs picks the winner. You're always thinking it's going to dump. Are you always short bias, Gabe? Or Gab? I've come across quite a few traders that only like shorts. It's like they're short bias every day. They'll come in the lobby like, oh, the market's going to dump today. I think shorts are good for like those like big time points because it happens so fast. But anytime you're moving up, it's always grinding. It's like just slow grind. But on those dumps of shorts, man, those are good times. There's this one guy that used to be in Methodical Man's lobby, this other streamer, and I swear every day he would start out the day short, like every day. Like I was always so amazed by that. I mean, but you know, everybody has their own thing of doing it, but I was always amazed how long he would hold those shorts. He would hold it all day until his account was gone. But I was like, I like the shorts too. I'm not gonna call out no names, room. It was the first one, but I'm not here to like poke fun or make fun of people. But but yeah, definitely the first name there. Yeah, no stop loss, man. It's just like full blown. Like I'm going short. I don't care if it goes up 300 points. We're holding the short. Aaron, where's Aaron Chase? Are you in a position right now? Oh yeah, sometimes double down. Yeah, most definitely. But I don't ever criticize what anybody does as far as trading to go because I understand everybody has their own thing, their own emotions they deal with and own trading problems. I like the shorts, Omar, if we can print below 86 and hold that 86 level. But I don't think I'm going to be interested in a long again unless we get back above 18. And I don't even know if we'll get out of this range before we get off the charts. I think there's just too many wicks of consolidation for us to get up through this without volume. So I think we're just kind of going to be going back and forth for a little while. Or either that, we won't have enough time because the market closes at 12 today. Or, yeah, the futures market closes at 11 o'clock my time, but 12 o'clock Eastern time. Roger, we trade more like just like breakouts and levels. So every day is a little different. And we also will trade like pullbacks. With my evals, we trade a lot different things because evals to me is what I call my practice accounts. I use those for chart time and practice. So some days I just try different things with my evaluations to, you see what works best for yourself. But a lot of times I like to trade off levels, then look for a target. So like yesterday, we could have had a 100-point move yesterday, but I got so gun shy because of the wicks. So like yesterday, our level was basically off of the London high. So yesterday I was waiting. Yeah, support and resistance. That's basically looking for support and resistant areas to get entries. So I trade off the 5 minutes. So I like Christian held. He bragged about holding it all the way, and I got scared out, and I took it for 50. Yeah, those wicks, they just, because the reason what happened is earlier that morning, I was in a 50-point winner. Well, I was up 50 points, and it came back and stopped me out for a break even. I was like, okay, I can't let this happen again. So I ended up just taking the 50 points. I do look at fair value gaps, but I don't usually ever take trades off the fair value gaps. I mean, if it's there, I have in the past. The only fair value gap strategy that I've used a little bit in the past is failed fair value gaps. I do have a volume chart that I do look at. Well, I can show you it. I pulled it down here a while ago. The one that I do use. Might be a little off shape right now because my thing is spread out. So I also like to trade off the previous market highs and lows. So this is why we keep saying 86, because that is yesterday's. These are ICT kill zones. This is a ICT kill zone indicator. And so I think what it does is it marks out the first hour or 30 minutes. Let's see. It starts at 7, goes 2 hours. So it looks like it marks out the first 2 hours of the highs and lows. And a lot of times if it breaks below these highs and lows, that's when we start looking for longs or for like levels. Like let's just say, you know, we're getting long here. This will be our first target to hit, would be your New York PM session. So that's kind of what we did yesterday. But yesterday we were kind of stuck at the high. So it was right here. This was a trade that we took first yesterday once we kind of broke above the London high. This is that trade we pushed all the way. I was in this trade from 24, and I thought we were going to keep going. I thought we were going to get this up to that 360, but instead this thing wicked all the way back out, stopped me for break even. So then we had to sit through this garbage, and then we re-entered again. That's the one trade Christian was talking about. Then I got scared because I didn't want the same thing to happen, be up 50 points and get stopped out for break even again. But as you can see, this thing just went straight to 360 like that we were talking about. I think that was like a 4-hour gap fill in. But I know Christian said he held it. I didn't. I couldn't sit through another 50-point winner and not take nothing from it. Just because the price action was wicking so bad yesterday. The indicator that marks out these different time zones is called the ICT kill zones and pivots. Let me take off this one volume thing so it looks cleaner. I thought I had all those closed off. Here, there you go. So it just marks out the different time frames. So Asia market, London session, New York AM, then the New York lunch hour, which is, so a lot of times I don't trade during lunch hour. So once it hits 12 o'clock, most of the time I won't trade because this is the type of price action you get where it just starts grinding. Some days you get a big move after lunch, but Friday or yesterday you did not. So even here, so yesterday we pushed back below the London lows. As you can see, I mean, there was a nice trade below the London lows. Then we pushed back above the London lows. And you probably, I want to say I even took this the other day too, because it lined up with a 15-minute trade. Actually, if you go back and look at my charts, I think we actually took almost a 100-point trade off of this here. This was a 100-point move on this trade here. It's called the ICT kill zones and pivots. I'm not sure. Let me see if I can see who makes it. The abbreviation for the name is called TFO. I can just put it in the chat for you. Is that an and? No, just use that kind of. Let me find it. Where's that at? I was looking for that abbreviation and. Oh, sorry. Hit my mouse clicked. P-I-V. All right. TradingView, I just use those for like support and resistance indicators. I don't take trades off of TradingView. All my trading is taken off the Ninja charts. The only places that I take trades is Quantower, which I like Quantower charts. I think Quantower has nice charts. I'm just not comfortable trading. This is Ninja Trader, and we can pull up Quantower. And I'll show you what Quantower charts look like. I think Quantower has nice, clean charts. I'm just not comfortable. I don't know if you are going to be interested in buying an eval. I would wait till tomorrow or for Monday. So usually Black Friday and Cyber Monday, they usually have really good deals come out on the evals. Shoot, I would have to sign in. But this is what Quantower's charts look like here. So just imagine, I'm not signed into my account to bring up the data because my only other data feed that I have for Quantower is my Bulanox accounts, and I'm logged in on Ninja on those. So I can't log into those right now because it'll shut down my Ninja charts because you only can have one connection with those. Are you talking about for evals, Roger P? Evals you do have to pay for. And it would be no difference even if you weren't going to use prop firms. You still have to pay for data with a lot of these. Yeah, Ninja comes with a lot of indicators. And it's easy to get a lot of free indicators. I even have a ton of free indicators on my Discord that anybody can have. You just have to download them and install them. So if you are using Ninja, all you gotta do is just go to my Discord and go to indicators. I also like this indicator is the inside bar. Then this also has fair value gaps. It'll put fair value gaps on your thing for you. I also like this indicator, the initial balance. That's more of a support and resistance. This is a whole pack of indicators. So is this one. I don't know. There's a bunch in here. I mean, I don't hardly ever use any of these, but there's tons in here. More or less when you're looking for, I don't ever use buy and sell indicators. Most of the indicators I use are always support and resistance. Quantower. So that's another thing with Quantower. There are certain prop firms you can use that'll give you the indicators with prop firm, but if you don't have those right prop firms that you're trading with, I want to say it's like $20 or $30 a month for them to unlock all their stuff for you. But I don't know all the details with that because, like I said, whenever I use Quantowers, I probably put like maybe... Oh, he's in the TikTok lobby room. Yes. So yeah, you can trade on TradingView too, but I never have. I actually saw that the other day because I was curious about that. If you, where is it? Let's see. Where you can add your platforms to it. Let me move it up. So you can go over to trading platforms if you have an account with these other traders. I think that's how they do that, if I'm not mistaken. So basically, if you can connect any of your, so like I can connect my Ninja to TradingView, and this way you could use your indicators and plus take trades. So the only two that I've used on here is Ninja Trader and Tradeovate. These are really the only two that I have really any time time of experience. Tradingvate is really good for someone that's new to trading. It's very, very simple. You know, it's not overwhelming. It's very a simple buy sell, and I like Tradingvate. I can show you Tradingvate because I have an account with them that's easy to log in. Let me find my connection real quick. Let me bring up Tradingvate. Man, where's that at? Oh, here it is. See. Oh, we'll bring up Tradingvate. I used to use Tradingvate all the time. The only reason why I stopped using Tradingvate is because a while back, Top Step used to be part of Tradingvate, and they used to have a lot of issues with their stuff crashing. But ever since they got everybody off of there, it's not overcrowded, and it probably runs a lot. I heard it runs a lot better. Their charts are really, really easy to use. So this is, to me, is very user friendly with Tradingvate. And they also have a bunch of free indicators too if you don't want to buy indicators. So here's all the indicators that Tradingvate offers. Tradingvate offers. And I think you can also get others. You just have to download them to it. Oh, but easy buy, sell market, sell as. So very easy to place orders with this these charts. Yes, you can connect Tradingvate to TradingView. See, I also have Tradingvate connected to my Ninja charts. So that is something I wish I'd have done in the past. I hate that I bought APEC Ripnik accounts, but I'm trying to build up my Tradingvate and connect them to Ninja. So if I go over here to my connections, so now I can add my Apex Tradingvates. So now it'll add my Apex accounts. Because see, I have like 4 funded accounts with Apex, or 3 funded accounts with Apex. Well, am I missing one? Oh, wait. Never mind. They're in Ripnik, so I can't show those. I was like, where are they at? So I would have to disconnect Bulinox. So I would have to disconnect my Bulinox and go over to Apex to see the Ripnik fundeds. But those are all the brokers that you can connect to TradingView. All right. So it looks like Outer's going to have to wait a little bit longer before he gets to 86. This is kind of, if this was like normal market, man, this would be a nice short. You get the little 3-5 minute candle pullback, and man, once you broke this, I mean, that would be like nice short during the normal volume price action. Yeah, I like Tradingvate. I think they have nice, clean charts. I just haven't used them. Like I said, I don't know. This has probably been a year and a half ago since the last time I've used, almost 2 years ago since I've used Tradingvate. Yeah, for the last 2 weeks, Room Beats, I've been streaming YouTube and TikTok at the same time. We're probably going to stick around for 5 more minutes, guys, because I don't see myself taking any more trades. The market's only going to be open for 1 more hour of my time. It closes at 11 at my time. Oh, we got out of that long position, Christian. So we're $20 in the red right now, 21 from that last order. I don't think we're going to get no big move today. I think it's going to stay within the 20 to 80 range for the next hour. I don't know if I'm understanding this. No, I meant like since you don't use Tradingvate. I don't know if I'm understanding the question, Christian. Sorry about that. Oh no, do I have I have a live account. I don't ever trade it. But it's not stocks. It's just more or less cash. Tradingvate is probably the only place I ever traded cash on. And I don't really recommend cash if you're new to trading. I would only recommend probably prop firms because it's the cheapest way. No, the only like long-term stuff that I have would just be like 401k type stuff. I don't have any stocks or personally that I own or buy that I'm holding. The only time that I was buying a lot of stocks is whenever they were doing all the stock splits that they were doing last year. So like when Tesla did stock splits, I want to say Walmart did it, Apple did it. I was buying like some of those stock splits whenever they were doing that so you can get cheap positions. But I think I ended up selling. Nice, Avery. Oh, yeah. This is definitely a grind today, Outer. Hopefully your 306 area holds for your entry. I think it will. I think it's just going to keep making lower highs here. So you said you got at 306, so that's right here. So hopefully this will just be the next high right here where it's leveling out. Avery, where'd you get your 10 points at? Did you go along short up there around the 306? We're in the red, $20 a day. I was down as much as $80 at one time because I was long from up here above the 15-minute opening range, and it pulled all the way back down here. But I knew I was going to hold this as long as 86 held up, and it pretty much got back here for me to take 2 contracts off, and then I still had 1 contract left, and we ended up just taking the small red. But we're not going to enter any more entries today just because I don't want to sit through this anymore because I did my part. I don't think I can do it again. We only have an hour left before the market closes anyway. No action. I'm hoping tomorrow after Thanksgiving, maybe a little better. Some holidays you get like a nice grinding slow move. That's what I was hoping for today when I got on. So that's why I got long above the 15 minutes. I thought if we printed above this 15-minute candle that we would just have like a nice grind to take out these wicks up here. But that was a no. We didn't do any of that. We just because we had a nice little trend line. I thought maybe we would, take out some of these wicks. Yeah, I definitely don't recommend trading today. Like I said, this was just more or less about streaming and watching charts than it really was about trading. Like I said, guys, I know Monday, if you are trading Apex, I will give away a free account Monday morning at 11. But like I said, I have to do it through my YouTube channel, through Streamlabs, because I don't know how to random to pick a person on TikTok. unless, like I said, one of you guys know how to do that. So I'll show you real quick. So I'll set it up on my YouTube channel because I don't know how to set it up on whatchamacallit, on TikTok. Oh, sorry about my picture. My picture went out here. Giveaway. All right. So here's the giveaway for Streamlabs. So basically what it is, like I only had 5 people enter it Monday, and I wasn't going to give it to Methodical Man. Even though Methodical Man won it, I already told him he couldn't win it. So we gave it to, we ended up giving it to Bear Trader. And she told us yesterday that she passed the free account. So she was going to be all in for $40 on a funded account because you still got to pay the activation fee. So basically, when you show it to my lobby, you just have to subscribe and put in, we're going to probably do the same thing where it'll be exclamation Apex. And then whenever the time runs out, we'll select winner. And this way, Streamlabs selects the winner. Like I don't select it. This way it's fair. There's no, see right here, it says, it'll tell me prize assigned to Methodical Man. So that's how we do the giveaway. If you guys know if there's something like that with TikTok, I'll be more than happy to look into it. I just don't know how to do it. Woo, look at this nice boner candle to the downside. Come on, outer, get your position. Outer's looking for 86 here. So he's been short since 806. That's what I was kind of thinking. We had a nice little pullback, a nice little bear flag. Man, maybe this is how you have to trade this today. Just wait for the pullback like this, look for the little bear flags and break out. Down to the basement. Well, I'm glad you're going to probably get your winner outer. You've been holding this for a while. Dude, if we lose 86, man, it could just be downtown for like the rest of the hour. All right, there's your 86. Look at this nice bounce off the 86 level. That's the part of those ICT kill zones that we were talking about earlier. Let's see if it... Now, it could continue. What you want to do is see if this is going to continue. You want to see anywhere between the 23 and the 50% hold up. But if it busts through this, it's probably going all the way back to the top again. I personally don't really have any preference. I don't even think about the new traders. I know there's a lot of young people trading these days, but I don't really think much about them. Yeah, I'm a big chart person. It's crazy the amount of hours that I sit here and just watch charts. Like, I like watching for patterns. That's what I like watching charts for, is the different patterns. I also like taking these type trades on my evals, is the 3 to 5 candle pullback with the 5-minute charts or 5-minute candles, especially when they're nice and small and tight like this. So for us to continue down, you kind of want to see this 50 to 60% on your Fibonacci on this candle hold up. So a lot of times during high volatility, what I will do whenever the volatility is super high, I will pull fib on this previous candle, and if the 50% holds or the 38% hold, I would put a resting order at the close of this candle, because most of the time it's going to continue down, and I would wait for it just to blast through this level here, because most of the time when it comes back down, it's going to blast through it, and you can at least get a quick 10 points in a runner. The top side's a little bit slower, but on the bottom side, it's like instant 10 points almost. Now, I wouldn't do it on a day like today because the volume's not there, the volatility's not there. You only want to do that during like high volatility for that first maybe hour of the market open or the first hour and a half. This is 5 minutes. Mostly all my trades are taken on the 5 minutes. For the longest, I used the 1 minutes, but I feel like I've been doing a lot better and a lot more patience if I trade on the 5 minutes, because the 1 minute I would find myself into a lot of like false breakouts because I wouldn't be watching the higher time frames. But the 5 minute charts I have enjoyed a lot better. It definitely allows you to be a little bit more patient. Especially on the bull flag breakouts, because I used to take a lot of like bear bull flag breakouts on the 1 minute, like early in the morning. But with the 5 minutes, you don't really get as many during the day. You know, you might only get really one nice 1 or 2 setups with the 3 candle pullback. So we're already at the 70% pullback of the candle. What do you think? It's going to run into these wicks? If it gets back above these wicks, it's probably going to continue higher here because you got about 3 wicks that it's running into. And I also use wicks for targets too, like big wicks. Or even big wicks. I don't take it on fundeds, but I will do a eval on a wick test. So like if we sold down here, you could almost anticipate a trade off of the 80 here for this big wick candle here, because that's a pretty good sized candle. All right, new candle. All right, so it looks like this may continue a little bit higher, especially if this 40 to 20% holds. I like the 20% pullback whenever we're like super bullish. If I can get a Fibonacci pulled on the candle fast enough and we only get a small pullback, like 20%, most of the time we're going to continue higher. So right now it looks like we're just kind of barcoding sideways. I don't know. I'm done trading this. I'm not even going to attempt this anymore. We're just here with the rest of you guys watching charts. I don't even know if we got enough time to take another short outer. You only have 45 minutes. And Bulenox and some of these prop firms already sent out letters saying make sure your position is closed. It closes at 11 today for holidays. So what it is, this is the tail end of the London session. So that's why it closes at 11, because the New York market is closed. So that's why a lot of times around this time of the day, 11 o'clock, you'll get like a little bump. Like you'll see like a volatility come rushing into the market right before the London closes. But today you probably won't get that because you're not going to have the New York and London open at the same time. So the New York market is closed for the next 2 days. So the next 2 days are just half days. And so this is probably the type of volume that you can expect for the next 2 days until Monday. Congratulations on your nice 20-point win there, Outer, especially in this market. Thank everybody for watching and subscribing today. Okay. Excuse me. The futures closes at 12:15 Central. Oh, so it stays open until 12 o'clock today for Central Time? I didn't know that was for Central. I thought it was for the Eastern Time, 12:15. I was thinking the market closed at 11 for my time zone. Oh, yeah, definitely kind of shows you how big the New York session is whenever it opens. I don't ever do that well whenever I try to trade like the Asia market or the London market. I try watching those markets a lot, but I don't know. It just seems like whenever I trade them, it's just so hard. You just definitely got to have good patience whenever you trade those slower markets. Like you can sit in a trade for 2 and 3 hours just for 10 points. I think that's what Methodical Man was telling me last night, Outer. He sat in a trade for 2 hours last night for 10 points. Well, I over here says it closes at 12:15 Central Time. I don't know if it's listed anywhere. I don't have anything in front of me. I was thinking it was 11 for myself Central Time, but it may stay open until 1 o'clock Eastern Time if it closes at that 12:15 Central Time. A lot of times if you go to these prop firm websites, a lot of times they'll have it on there somewhere. I think I've already kind of knocked that little thing off of mine this morning, because I had it. Usually when I first logged on, it told me Thanksgiving hours, or I guess I could look at an email. I know it's in an email somewhere. Let's see. Email. Nope, I don't see it nowhere. I might have deleted it already. Oh well. That was probably going to be it for me, guys, because I know I'm not going to take any more positions today. I just wanted to get on and stream a few hours, but we'll probably be back tomorrow morning also. You may get this type of price action. So just be careful if you are trading the rest of the day, or if you are going to trade, just keep your losses small. When Monday comes back, the market will be back to normal, and it's easy to recover if you lose, 20, 30 bucks or under 50 or even under 100. The $100 was max for me today. That's all I was willing to risk on my eval. Yeah, this low volume is very tough to trade. You definitely got to have some good patience to trade this. And it's harder when you get into a losing trade. That's usually what makes it tough. So like a while ago, I was 20 points in the red. I think I was down like $80 while ago at my highest red. And right now we're going to finish today with the negative $20 in the red here. So that's pretty much all we have today. No, Aaron, this is the NQ or MNQ. It is the micros. You too, Outer. Have a good rest of your day. Congratulations on this nice 20-point trade here. So what it is, like minis cost $20 a point, minis cost $20 a point and micros cost $2 a point. So I'm trading micros, and most of the time I trade anywhere between 1 to 5 micros for most part. So 5 micros is like trading $10 a point. Oh, I guess I misunderstood you. It wasn't silver. Sorry about that. Thank you guys for watching. Everyone enjoy your Thanksgiving if you celebrate Thanksgiving. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for the likes and follows today.